Good morning. It's a Sunday morning today, and I have to pick up after girlies. They've got toys all over the place, and I don't know who keeps getting up onto this couch. I don't know what is wrong with this camera, but it is blurry again. Okay, that looks a little bit clearer than what it was. I don't know what goes on with this camera. I clean it and it can still look blurry. I think, I haven't dropped this camera that I'm aware of, but I have banged it real hard on hard surfaces, and I think maybe that's what has done, you know, where it gets blurry. And look at what we got there. What are we doing, Lacey? What are you doing? Are you being a good girl? Are you being a good girl? Yes, you are. I have to take Ellie to the vet. I didn't mention yesterday, first of all, you can see my chocolates are gone because I told you yesterday I vacuum sealed all of those. I have to take Ellie to the vet. When I was at my mom's, she went to go to the bathroom, and I happened to notice that blood was coming out with her urine. I was like, uh-oh, looks like a bladder infection. So I took her to the vet, and she had a bladder infection. So they gave her enough medicine, which she needs to take now. They gave her enough to go through Monday, and I called our vet to let them know, you know, what was going on, and to make an appointment for Monday because they need to recheck her urine to make sure that it's all taken care of, because by the time that I had discovered it, and I'm glad that I discovered it the day that I did, because by the time that I took her to the vet, like the most protein and everything that can be in the urine for a bladder infection, and all the white blood cells and all that stuff, it was like at the very top of the dipstick, you know, when they put that in, which means that it was getting ready, if it hadn't already started, to go up into the kidney. So they put her on really strong antibiotics. This is amoxicillin, and it's 500 milligrams each pill, and she's got to take 2 a day. But our vet said to bring her in actually a few days before this runs out, and so that's supposed to run out Monday. Actually, I think they gave me more than 10 days, because today's Friday, so this would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They actually gave her a little bit more, a few days extra. But our vet said that they just wanted to see her to make sure that it was clearing up, and because if it looked like it was still really bad, then evidently this is not going to be sufficient, that they would have to, you know, do something different. But I think she's okay. She's not having to go outside to go to the bathroom all the time. She was coming to me all the time to go outside, and drinking a lot and everything. And she seems to be like back to her little normal Ellie self. So I think she is getting better. So I have to do that. And then Lucy hurt her leg somehow when we were at my mom's. I think with all the dogs just laying on each other and everything, she pulled a muscle, or, you know, boxers, they have hip issues as well. So I don't know what's going on. So since I have to take Ellie to the vet, I decided I might as well just have Lucy go to the vet too. So we have to go at 2:30 this afternoon and check them out, see what's going on. I started at 6 o'clock canning meat, because I mentioned in my vlog yesterday when I went to the store I was going to buy ground beef, which I did. And so it's 8:45 now. And this finally went down my little tab, so I can take this off and open it up carefully, because it's going to be very hot. And I'm doing this one-handed. Let's see. First, I like to let the steam come out. Look at that. See the steam coming out of there? Let me try to grab it. I need 2 hands. So there we go. We have 9 pints of ground beef, and I got to get my water on to get the rest of these. I had 1 jar I couldn't put in there, and then 3 extras. So I'm going to have 12 pints of ground beef. So that worked out well because there's 12 jars in a box. And I was thinking, I bought, what was it? It said it was only 10 pounds of meat total that I got. Maybe it was a little bit more, I don't know. But anyway, I thought that I would probably only have 10 jars, but I needed 12. So now I've got to get my little handy dandy canning tongs here and pull all of these out. And like when I took my sausages out yesterday, all the jars were sealed. And these, I can tell that they're not all sealed, so they'll start pinging here pretty soon. But look at that. So I've got my ground beef to get out, and then I have to change out this water and put fresh water in and get those other 4 jars in. So while I went and got the rest of my jars, the lids and all that on, I heard ping, ping, ping. I have that one is getting ready to pop, and so is that one. And then all of my jars will be sealed. So what I need to do now is go outside and check my wood containers. I told my son Brian when I went to my mother's, there's stuff all over this camera. No wonder it's blurry. Even though I wiped it down, I can still see smeary stuff. So I'm going to get some window. All right, that's better. So as I was saying, before I went to my mom's, I told my son Brian, listen, it's going to be your responsibility. I'm giving it to you since you're in the house more than your dad and Adam, working longer hours. And I said, every other day you have to go outside and check the wood containers, because it was really cold when I left, and even when I went to my mom's, it was still really cold there. It was like in the 20s and in the teens, and at night it was going down to like, you know, a couple degrees, but with the wind chill it was below 0 and all that. But they had the same cold here still too. So I had told Brian, I said, with all the wood burning you're going to have to do, you have to go out every other day, because that's what I do. Every other day, go out and check the wood containers to make sure everything is stocked up. So Harry, I was talking to him probably after about a week that I was there, and he said, I got to go out and stock up wood. And I said, that's Brian's job. He's supposed to be stocking it. I told him to do it every other day. He said all 4 containers were empty of wood. And why? Because Brian did not go out and stock the wood. And so every day that Harry was coming home from work and lighting the fire, he went through there, then he went there, then he went there, and they actually went over to that one over there. And all the wood was depleted. So finally he made Brian come out and restock all the wood. Supposedly it's restocked. We're gonna see. But I have to get everything stocked back up now because it's supposed to start snowing again tomorrow, and then I think it's only supposed to be 41 today, and like in the upper 30s tomorrow, but then I think Sunday it's supposed to start dropping down, and all next week it's supposed to be really, really cold. It's supposed to snow tomorrow, and then I think we're supposed to have snow a couple days next week. So let's just see here. So you see that? That needs to be filled up a little bit. This one, I can feel it. It's almost empty. And when I came home on Wednesday, Brian said he had just come in from filling up the wood. In that container over there is what he said. So we'll see. So you see that? Look at that. Now let's look in here. Well, that's almost full. Not quite full. This is going to be too long. We're not going to be able to use that one. These pieces that are too long need to be cut in half. So I gotta fill that. Let's come over here and have a look. Well, he put some wood in here. He did not fill it up all the way. And the other thing is too, if this wood is not stacked, see, this is why I don't like my boys to stack the wood. See, I've had people say, including my relatives, you've got all those boys, and this is even when Joe was living at home, get those boys to come out and stack the wood. You see what they do? They toss it in here. And when you don't lay the wood flat and even, then you can't get enough wood in here. And this piece is going to be too long. I'm taking this out. This is going to be way too big. But yeah, if you just toss the wood in here, let it go any which way that it wants to go. Like, look at how that was laying down. See, like, look at this. You see how this is laying on top of here? You got a great big huge gap. This is laying here like this. See, when it doesn't lay flat and even, then you can't get a lot of wood in here. This is why I stack the wood, because I like to maximize my space and get as much wood in a container as possible. So, see, this is the kind of thing that really upsets me as a mother. Just really, really frustrating. So now, I gotta go see if my canner is boiling yet. And then it's gotta vent for 10 minutes. I'll be out here longer than 10 minutes. I gotta put a little bit there, a little bit there, and a little bit there. That'll take 1 or 2 loads. And this is gonna take 2 loads. And then I gotta get more wood in there. So probably 5 loads of wood I have to get. And that's what happens when people don't listen.
You can't come in with the ball. That ball stays outside. Come get a cookie. Come and get a cookie. You can't bring that ball in. Drop the ball. You gotta drop that ball. That ball stays outside. Come get a cookie. You gotta drop the ball. Come on, you got toys in the house. No, that ball has to stay outside. Can you drop it? Here, give it to mommy. Give it to mommy. You're being silly. Don't you want a cookie? I bet you if I get a cookie, you'll drop it. Do you want a cookie? You gotta drop the ball. Here, can I have it? Can I have it? Here, come here. Come here. Thank you. Come in the house.
They're all wound up. They just ate their dinner. And Lacey and Chloe were home by themselves because Lucy and Ellie had to go to the vet. And everything is A-okay. We just had to switch Ellie's medicine. Woo! The amoxicillin that she was on was not strong enough. And so they had to change the antibiotic that she was on. But the vet said that this antibiotic should work really good. It should knock it out. Matter of fact, he said we don't even need to see a recheck of the urine. And when I did the sample, I could tell there was still blood in there, though it wasn't visible like it was at my mom's, because her pee was like a green color. You know, with people, our pee, if we have blood in our urine, it's like a brown color. Theirs is green for whatever reason. But anyway, I told my vet, anyway, in a week, I'm going to stick the Dixie cup down there while she's urinating, and I'm going to check it out to make sure that it's back to yellow. And he said if it wasn't, then, you know, call back. But he doesn't think I'm going to have to call back. So whatever he's giving her is going to knock it out. I think, this is my own personal opinion, I don't know, because I'm not a vet. And I think doctors would probably maybe even do the same thing. You know, when you go for a visit or something, whether it's yourself, somebody in your family, or a pet, you have to go see the doctor. You're going to see doctors that are not your doctors. And I know doctors are real careful about lawsuits and everything now. And I think what they do, again, this is my opinion, I think what they do is they give you something that temporarily kind of slows everything down so it doesn't get worse until you can get home to see your doctor. Because they knew I was on my way home anyway, the vet in Ohio, because I told them. And so, anyway, but I'm glad that I did not wait till Monday like my vets office, when I called them at my mom's, they said that they didn't want to wait until Monday. They wanted to see her. Actually, they wanted to see her yesterday, but they were booked. They wanted to see her as soon as, we got back. And so it's a good thing because, the Moxillin's not good enough, you know what I mean? So anyway, I need to, I got my chicken in the oven. I got the whole chicken breast. Those whole chicken breasts that I bought probably like 7 or 8 of them. But I bought chicken thighs and chicken legs, and I split it all up and, bagged them that way. So what I have today is a whole chicken breast with some chicken thighs in it. And then I'm just going to make some buttered noodles, the Amish style, and probably, I don't know, some kind of a vegetable. So I was going over to my closet to pull out the vacuum cleaner because I need to vacuum at the end of the day, and I saw a package. I looked outside because my son said that he ordered something, and I thought, oh, let me look to see if his package came. And there was a package out there, but I saw my name on it, and I was like, oh, my friend Marilyn. She had told me, she sent me an email last week, asking when I was going to be home because she wanted to send me something that she made. So that's what was in the box. Let me show you this. Look. It's a knitted blanket. She made this. And look at all of the colors. And look at, like, on the edges here. Look how she did this where it's like, real decorative around the edges like that. I wish I could do knitting and crocheting. I can't do any of that. So look at this. It's a beautiful blanket. And I will just absolutely love this when I'm sitting by the fire, doing work on my computer, or reading a book, or what have you. But anyway, that is absolutely gorgeous. Marilyn, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I never expect anything. I always say this. I never, ever expect any person to ever do anything. But when somebody does do something for me, and especially when it's a homemade thing like this, I mean, all gifts are thoughtful and everyone is I appreciate every one of them. Let me just say it that way. I'm getting tongue twisted. But it's the ones when people make things, because it's unique and they've put a lot of time into it and everything. It just makes it even all the more special to me. So I am just overwhelmed. And this is a really thick, heavy blanket. I don't know what kind of yarn that she used, or maybe it's the kind of stitching that she did, but it's not like a thin, some knitted things, can be thin, but this is really thick and it's quite heavy. But this is just absolutely gorgeous. I love all the colors, and I love the edge, how she did that like that. So anyway, Marilyn, thank you. And I see a little note or something here that I'm going to be reading. Oh, it's a gratitude book. Is that what this is? Yeah, there's nothing in it. So it's like a little gratitude book. But thank you. That was in there with it. I thought it was a little note. So anyway, I love it. And I'll even use it when I go sit down tonight. So now it's 4:30. I have to quickly vacuum and then get going on dinner before people start walking in the door. And if Alexandra from Sweden is watching, just know, my little princess from Sweden, how much I still love your booties. These things, I wear them every single day. Unless they're in the wash, then I switch out. But I have that other pair, too. Sometimes I switch to that. Sometimes I switch to my little red, Dorothy Follow the Yellow Brick Road slippers. You guys have seen those, too. I got those at Hallmark. I actually like those, too, because they're nice and comfy. But these little booty things that your mom knitted, crocheted, or whatever she did, I love these things, and they keep my feet so warm. And I do put them over my socks because my feet get really cold with that neuropathy. And so in the wintertime, I have to like double up, So that's why I'm constantly wearing these things, and I absolutely love them. And they hold up really good with wash. When I was washing them, I was hanging them to dry because I thought, oh, what if this, yarn shrinks. You know, I didn't know if it was wool yarn that she used or what, and so I was a little nervous about it. But then I had to wash my red mittens, not mittens, they were gloves, that Jenny got me with that hat, because when I went to my mom's, it was snowing up there, and every day that we would go out, I was having to put those on, so they needed a nice little washing. So anyhow, when I went to wash those, and I threw them in the dryer, because I've thrown knitted gloves and mittens in the dryer before, and they're fine. So I thought, I'm going to chance it. I hope they don't shrink. I'm going to throw these in the dryer. So I threw them in the dryer, and they did not shrink. So evidently the yarn wasn't wool. So that was good. So now, since I know that, I can put them in the dryer all the time, and then I don't have to wait like a whole entire day for, you know, for them to dry before I can wear them again. So anyhow, again, thank you to everybody, even at Christmas, all the gifts and everything that everybody sent. I mean, I'm just so overwhelmed with gratitude of your thoughtfulness and love that you show me and everything. And so, anyhow, time to vacuum. Well, as we end up the day, we have snow falling. It all melted because it was a little bit warm yesterday, and it was warm again today. And now we've got the snow starting tonight, all through the night into tomorrow. They said it could switch over to rain, but I'm hoping the rain stays away from us. I'd rather have the snow. And you can hear it falling. I love to hear the sound of snow falling. But anyway, it's pretty late now. It's after 10, quarter after 10, 20 after 10, something like that. And putting these two out before I lock up for the evening. And oh, we got lights on, and it's all cozy in here. I got a fire going, and I'm wrapped up in my new blanket that I got. So anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully. Bye.